Alright guys, so Twitch is down, so I'm gonna go ahead and record this locally to my computer. So we've got BrawL versus C in the finals of the NA Go4IC Cup number 29. So Twitch is down unfortunately, so we can't go ahead and stream that. So I'm just recording this, so there's like a record of who won. Anyway, BrawL versus C, pretty much standard. Coming up, GS gonna go out and ban that Harley Quinn. Don't want to give anyone Harley Quinn, man. Harley Quinn's just pretty ridiculous. So Shazam going to be banned out by Team C as well. They don't want to go deal with that champion either. And Wonder Woman, standard. We saw GS in the last match play Wonder Woman very well. He was like pretty much unkillable at the end. So it's gonna be Joker ban coming out for from Team C. So some power picks are still left open. Mecha Soups is available. But Sinestro as well still available, and Sinestro going to get locked in first pick. And I'm really curious to see what Team C locks in response. Do they want to go ahead and take that Mecha Soups away? Mecha Soups, has been really strong. Pretty much been picked, I think, every single game. Arcane Green Lantern still available. Mecha Wonder Woman still available. Go ahead and you can take the Arcane Green Lantern and the Mecha Wonder Woman. I think that would be a good takeaway here. I know Telekinetic has been playing a lot of Star Sapphire, so maybe if they want to go ahead and take Star Sapphire away, they could. Wouldn't be the best takeaway right now, but I do expect Mecha Wonder Woman to kind of be taken pretty high priority. So actually Mecha Superman going to be taken, so I'm kind of eating my words a little bit. So we'll see who BrawL ends up picking. I want to see the Mecha Wonder Woman be taken in this rotation. So Tura has played pretty much nothing but Mecha Wonder Woman today from the games that I've seen. And Mecha Wonder Woman is still very strong genre, really comfortable on that champion as well. So that would be a good pick for genre. It does scale really well into the late game. And it's, Mecha Wonder Woman's just a monster at team fighting. That Tempest coming in, and there's the Mecha Wonder Woman going to get locked in for BrawL, and we'll see what their next pick is. Sinestro already going to be taken, so we did see Sinestro jungle from Team C earlier in the cup. Mr. Jin did play that, and he was able to do really well on it, so I'm not going to count out Sinestro jungle yet. But we'll see what BrawL wants to prioritize. Atomic Green Lantern could be a potential pickup, just because Team C, Kathis has been playing pretty much nothing but Atomic Green Lantern. So we'll see if they try and take that away, and it looks like they will hover over that. I'm assuming that is going to be a lock-in. So Team C, I would definitely think, Gasbat going to get instantly locked in, so Tara is going to be playing that. And Supergirl makes it this far down the draft, and it's a little surprising, so I'm pretty sure that's going to go. That might go over to Mystogen. I know he's been playing a lot of Supergirl, and he did recently publish like a Marauder Knife versus Coda Blade, which is stronger, so I would expect that to come in. However, it's still going to be really interesting to see where this kind of composition goes. So Atomic Wonder Woman going to be hovered over by genre, and I think that'll be a lock-in. And last pick, we need a controller for GS. Zatanna is available if he wants to play that. Who else is available? Starro is available, but I don't think we're going to be seeing Starro. I would say Zatanna or Nightmare Superman would be probably the best in the situation, or even Poison Ivy, just because with Poison Ivy, you can definitely go ahead and use that ult, the Deadly Flora, as a kind of disengage. So when this comp tries to dive in on you, you can use that. But Nightmare Superman, makes a lot more sense because I'm looking at this comp and I see single target damage, single target damage, single target catch, single target damage, and single target catch. So then you just catch out one person, just, you know, get the condemn on, and then just layer tons of damage onto someone. This is like a pretty good pick comp coming in from BrawL, but Kathis looks like he's hovering over Catwoman, probably going to go over to Fatal Uno, and Catwoman actually has a really good lane matchup against other blasters like Joker and Sinestro. You know, she doesn't really have any skill shots. She just, you know, acrobats, whips you, and uses Cat's Paw on you, and that's a lot of damage that you take pretty quickly without really much counterplay. So while BrawL has a better, or Sinestro has a better like team fight presence, he can catch someone out, blow them up pretty much instantly, and get resets all over the place. Catwoman's a lot more sustained damage. She needs to kind of skirt around fights, just make sure, hey, I can, you know, just like, you know, whip people here and there, just try and get as much damage out. But she's also in lane really strong, but her distinct problem is she has very little wave clear. So with champions like Arcane Supergirl, who have, you know, tons of wave clear and tons of team fight presence, you know, she's kind of assassin-y in that she can do a lot of damage to one person, but she's just very she's very dependent on skirting around fights, just making sure she can live on the outside of them, just keep dealing damage. So really excited to see GS back on Nightmare Superman. It's a champion that we haven't really seen him on in a little while, so really excited to see that. And it looks like he's going to start off with that Nil Cloak. He has that modded to give toughness 2, so he's blocking 12 damage per basic attack, which is huge. Toughness 2 is a great mod to have if you are going to be building a Nil Cloak. So, looking at BrawL or Team C's composition, so again, Cal on the Mecha Superman, just pretty much been playing that whenever it's up. Mystigen on that Supergirl, and you know, they want to go ahead and try and flank for fight. So Mystigen going to get an early Speed Force battery, try and make as many plays as he can with that. Speed Force across walls, use the Comet, the Supergirl ultimate, and then just try and, you know, get picks, carry the game. But just going to go ahead and put a cam here. Cal also putting a cam down as well. Genre and GS just going to go ahead and meet up with the rest of the team. Team C did put a cam down here just so they'll know if there are any invades, but going to be a really passive level 1 start coming in for both sides. And now Team C just going to go ahead, you know, claim this destroyer really quick. Same thing with BrawL. Just going to go ahead and make sure they can get this destroyer. Destroyer, of course, worth a bunch of credits, so you definitely going to want to go ahead and get that. Especially in the early game. Now BrawL heading into lane. Team C already in lane, and now Genre and GS just going to go ahead and just, you know, kind of farm it up. GS doing a really good job just getting a bunch of damage onto Sotura, and he uses that Siphon Infuse really aggressively. Just, and there's the Vortex coming in, pulls back Cal a little bit, but Mecha Soup's kind of weak in the lane. Not really much he can do to trade early on, but he does get scarier as the game goes on. Again, the catch potential from the wall is always something that you know, you should be paying attention to. Now, in the top lane, Telekinetic gonna go ahead and get that first tier of fatalities. So he's got a little bit of an item edge on Fatal Uno right now. but Fatal going to go ahead and pick up his own fatality, so matching the item level. Now down in the bottom lane, GS pretty low on will, actually. Using a lot of will to just try and harass Cow down. And the Siphon Infuse costing a good amount of will. Meteor Drop comes in from Telekinetic just to go ahead and, you know, clear the wave a little bit. He doesn't really want to walk up just because, you know, he doesn't want to be taking turret damage. But GS in the bottom lane actually taking a good amount of damage. Cow is level 3, so he's just going to interrupt that recall with a Drill Strike there. There's the wall coming in. GS going to... Oh my god! Oh, that was brilliant! GS outplaying Cow and Sotura single-handedly there. And now Fort 10 is just waiting in the wings there. Just, you know, making sure that his bottom lane doesn't get dove. So what just happened, and why I'm freaking out about that, guys, is... So when Cow went to go put the wall, it does create 2 sunstones on either end of the wall, and what was perfect was GS use that consume, get rid of the sunstone that was going to erupt, or the sunstone that came, just so Cow didn't get a knockup. That was insane. The reaction on that was absolutely brilliant. GS, this is why, you know, people consider him one of the best players of Infinite Crisis, like, ever. Like, just the reaction time on that was absolutely insane. But in the top lane, looks like Mystogen was able to get a kill onto Telekinetic. So things not looking too good in the top lane, but BrawL able to get a kill in response as well. Telekinetic did go ahead and kill Fatal Uno up in the top lane. Mystogen really, really low after that as well. So Crashy going to go ahead and do some really, really smart counter jungling, so he knows Mystogen up top in the at the turret, really, really low. Raider coming up Destroyer coming up really soon. It's a huge source of credits, so he wants to go ahead and take that and deny that away from Team C. So he's going to go ahead and accelerate his own credit lead and experience lead, and also deny Team C their experience and credits. Down in the bottom lane, looks like Fort 10 did go ahead and go for a gank onto GS, but onto Team C, but not much did go out of it. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens at level 6, just because at level 6 GS does get that condemn, and it's a very, very, very powerful crowd control. That suppress is very, very, very strong. Relay is going to be capped. Crashy, level 6, going to have access to that Reclaimer now, and that does mean Fatal Uno does have to be really careful. Looking at the ultimates, Parallax is available for Telekinetic, and Mystogen did sneak into the stealth pad here, but not going to really go for anything. Mystogen going to spot Crashy, and Crashy going to spot Mystogen. Pings come out, but no action is going to happen. Mystogen walking into that cam there. Telekinetic pinging out Mystogen, just making sure you know, he knows that he's there. GS not level 6 yet, but Genre is, and looks like Fort is going, but in the top lane, Reclaimer was used. Mystogen does go down. Fatal Uno, not much he can do to help. Down in the bottom lane, Cow just having a really hard time kind of laning against GS right now. Genre, oh, looks like he's gonna get knocked up, and now there's the Terraformer being active. GS is level 6. Meteor Drop going to be used, but not going to really connect onto either Sotura or Cow. And Genre taken fairly low, has to pop that health file there. In the top lane, it looks like Telekinetic did go down. Fatal Uno barely surviving that, but Mystigen able to get the Comet onto Sinestro and just absolutely murder his face. But in the top or in the bottom lane, we've just got action all over the place constantly. Looks like Crashy is here, maybe trying to see if he can get something onto Mystigen, but Mystigen going to retreat into the top area of his jungle. And now GS just gonna harass Kathis out, and actually does get that jungle camp there, so very successful harassment of Kathis. And now Sotura and Cow just gonna go ahead and farm up in this bottom lane. Not much they can really do. So GS and Genre are coming back into lane. Tier 3 Coda picked up by Genre. Tier 3 Coda onto Sotura as well. And now GS gonna see if he can just get some vision onto the Raider. And now Crashy is in the area. His Reclaimer is not up. It is up in about 15 seconds. So he will have that, you know, for any potential Raider fight. And now Crashy is going to go and walk up, put his own cam onto the Raider. Make sure they have absolute vision of it. And Mystigen has completed his Speed Force battery. So Speed Force Comet is available. He does have everything up. And there's the Speed Force Comet. Genre going to get focused, but he's still alive somehow, but he's going to get knocked down. Meteor Drop coming out. Kaith is going to go ahead and take Genre out, and this should be a Raider for Team C. Meteor Drop coming in, not going to connect onto Fort, but Crashy not going to be able to jump in time, get that detonate out. But really great play from Mystigen there to get Genre into the middle of his team so they can focus him down. Now Crashy just going to go ahead and cap that relay there. BrawL's not out of this yet. They're only behind about 600 credits. That's 700 credits now. And GS just going to go ahead and take these drones up so the turret does not, you know, go ahead and eat them. But, oh, again, great consume coming in from GS. He's going to go ahead and eat the rock there, get himself some health back, and pretty much negate any of the damage that Mecha Soups was going to do to him. And now in the top lane, there was the Reclaimer being used. Fatal Uno going to get absolutely destroyed, but Crashy and Telekinetic are really low. Crashy gonna try and get some damage onto the turret, but Bat Scream coming up, try and clear the way. Mystigen is there as well. He's gonna go ahead and clear those drones out. And now back in the bottom lane, looks like Genre and GS just gonna play a little bit more carefully. They don't want to get walled and knocked up. There's the wall coming in, but GS gonna go ahead and dodge it. There's the condemn on to Cow, but there's the vortex pulling him back. Meteor Drop coming in. There's the meltdown on to Cow as well. Now Fort, does he have the pull? Yes, he does, but Genre going to go ahead and get the pull before, or go ahead and get the kill before the pull can really connect onto Kathis. But Kathis going to go in. Supergirl coming in as well with the Speed Force, and now Mystigen going to try and jump onto Genre, but Kathis going to go ahead and secure that kill. Onto GS. And now Genre just going to go ahead and play back a little bit more cautiously. And in the top lane, Telekinetic has finished his Sai Scimitar 3, so he does have that to work with. Mystigen coming up. His Destroyer is here, so he's going to go ahead and try and get that. Is he going to split it with Kathis? No, it looks like Kathis is going to go ahead and back off. Just let Mystigen go ahead and get those credits and experience. And he definitely wants to try and go ahead and snowball Kathis. So the more, or Mystigen, excuse me. So the more credits he can get onto Mystigen, and the higher level Mystigen is, the better it's going to be for Team C, just because, you know, Supergirl can make these really dive heavy plays and just, you know, be a really great source of damage for the team, at least in the mid game. So Fatal Uno's turret pretty low compared to Telekinetics, and that's just kind of, again, you know, Catwoman has very bad wave clear, so you're not really able to wave clear that, wave clear anything, but your single target damage is really good. But there's a Speed Force on to Telly, and Telekinetic just gonna go down. Nothing Telekinetic could really do. Whip Strike going on to Crashy, doing almost 20% of his health. So much damage from that Whip Strike. And Fort going face check, but Genre taking a bunch of damage. Condemn goes out on to Cal, but Genre taking so much damage, and Fort pretty much left alone 1v3, and he's going to get knocked up. So Tura going to get grabbed, but so Tura going to finalize the kill. Say it doesn't really matter. And now GS just going to try and, you know, stay in lane. But Team C doing a really good job against BrawL right now, but BrawL does have 2 subs on their roster, so they're not playing, you know, pretty much at full power. You know, a lot of people are, you know, saying, you know, the full 5 and like BrawL roster, one of the best in North America, if not the best. So I want to see how they kind of perform with all 5. Hopefully soon we'll be able to get that. Parallax being used, but there's the Meteor drop. Fatal Uno trying to see if he can finish off Telekinetic, but Telekinetic going to be able to live barely any health. And now Mystigen just going to go ahead and shove this wave up. And the red relay going to come up. Select Fatal Uno. Going to go ahead and go for that. Now Raider going to be taken by Team C. Again, Team Raider does give global, or not global, excuse me, local credits to teammates in the area. So it looks like top relay going to be coming up in about 15 seconds. Genre really late to the party. He's not going to be there on time, but BrawL is here. Let's go ahead and check the ultimates really quick. Parallax is down. Tempest is going to be back up in time, as well as Meltdown. But everything available for Team C except for Deny the Black. So just trying to buy some time for Genre right now. And I want to know who GS is going to condemn this fight, but they're going to fight. They need to fight now. But there's the wall coming in, and Team C going to be able to get that relay. No big team fight coming out, but you know, BrawL just playing that very safely. They know that they can't really fight Team C right now, so they're just gonna go ahead, give up the relay, maybe get one later. Vortex coming in to just pool all the drones together. Doomsday device has been pinged. There is a cam there though that Team C did place. So pinging out the cam. Crashy just going to make his way bottom. See if he can clean up the drone wave here. However, Genre is coming back into the area, so you know, Genre would like to get some of that farm. Sonic Battering just going to bounce between the two of them. And now Cal and Sotur just gonna go ahead and shove this lane up and just make sure that the Genre is pretty much forced to just be under the turret pretty much at all times. Deny the Black coming in onto Fatal Uno, and Fatal Uno going to survive because of that, but Reclaimer going in onto Fatal Uno, and now Crashy going to get focused down. He is taking turret aggro, but Kathis not really known for his damage. Crashy going to be relentless. Mystigen going to be forced back by the Vortex there as well. Great Vortex coming in from GS. And GS going to try and do his best to clear the wave against all the super drones here. Crashy has returned to see if he can, wave clear as well. Cal is here. There's the wall coming in. Consume has been used by GS, and GS going to get focused down. Mischian trying to tank up the turret for his team, but there's the double knockup. Cal going to go ahead, or no, Keitha's going to get that kill, and Cal going to go down. I think GS is the one who claimed that kill. Yes, he did. So GS going to have that kill for himself, but Cal going a little bit too aggressive there. But here comes Genre, and Keithas has no will. Genre going to activate that celerity, and there's the Tempest coming in, and Fort going to just take up this turret. Genre going to help him take it down. Really, really close game. Really even on credits now as well. Looks like Team C up by about 100, but 100 isn't really anything. And now GS trying to just dissuade Sotura from taking that turret, but Nightmare Superman not really a big damage threat, so he's just going to go ahead and Sotura's going to go ahead and take that turret. Fort going to go ahead and cap this relay. Top relay going to be up in about 50 seconds, so Team C and BrawL definitely do want to group for that. Make sure that they can go ahead and cap those. Again, the top relay, very, very, very important. You always want to fight for them if you have the opportunity to. So, want to see if BrawL can get a pick onto a member of Team C before this fight. But it looks like Crashy going to put some vision around the Doomsday device. Nobody's really committing to anything yet. GS just gonna stand here on top of the cam. Ping coming out, and top relay up in about 14 seconds.
Red squad power relay unlocked in 10 seconds.
And now Fort. 4 members of BrawL. They're just waiting for Genre. And are they just gonna go ahead and blitz? Yeah, they are. They're gonna just go ahead and blitz the relay closest to Team C here, and nobody on Team C is really in position to kind of contest that. There's the bat scream coming out, but it's not going to matter. BrawL going to be able to cap that, and that was a really, really crisp rotation coming in from them. Consume being used onto that car there, and now Doomsday device potentially going to be focused on by Team C. Looks like they are trying to start it, and yeah, Team C is going for it. BrawL, it has reacted. There's the condemn. There's the parallax onto Fatal Uno, but now Keithas going to use the deny the black onto Fatal Uno, and Fatal Uno going to go down. There's the Tempest coming in. Fatal Uno going to take a bunch of damage, so turret going to be pinged, and he's going to be focused down. Now Cal going to be the next focus. Fatal Uno going to be focused out by Genre, and now Genre going to go ahead and focus onto Keithas. Keithas doesn't have Sudasaros yet, so Genre is going to be doing a bunch of damage to Keithas as long as he can go ahead and get those stacks. But there's the detonate going to slow down Genre, and Keithas going to get out. Oh, didn't swap back to the Construct Champion. There's the Doomsday device coming in, and is GS going to claim that kill? Yes, he is. But turret going to be taken by BrawL now, and GS going to be relentless with that Doomsday device kill, and that's one of the most satisfactory ways of getting a kill in Infinite Crisis. So GS and Genre just going to go ahead and go back. Bottom lane has a wave building in favor of Team C, so Fort and Crashy just going to go ahead and jump on top of that. In Crashy's case, literally jump on top of that. But everybody from BrawL gathering in the bottom side. Raider is up, and it looks like Sotura has started it. And now Cal going to go ahead and do one. Crashy taking a lot of damage. He needs to get out. He does not have Reclaimer, but Sotura going to get condemned, and he's going to go down. The basic attack from Telekinetic going to go ahead and secure that kill. So Crashy going to go ahead and go back now. Has Reclaimer in 2 seconds to join any fight in progress. And now BrawL going to go ahead and push this lane. Meteor drop going to be used just to try and get some wave clear onto the drone wave, but grab coming out. Mystigen going to go ahead. Ooh, that was instant deletion from Fatal Uno. Mystigen able to use the Speed Force into the Comet, and Fatal Uno just with one Whip Strike pretty much deletes Telekinetic from the game. And now BrawL going to go ahead and back, and Telekinetic not having a very good game right now, 2-6-6, but he does have a lot of credits. Fatal Uno is a little bit ahead, behind, excuse me, in terms of credits, but not too far behind. And he has to go ahead and deal with this top lane wave. Actually, all 5 members of Team C are in the top side of the map in this top lane. So we'll see, where BrawL looks to group. And it looks like Crashy going to be doing some more counter jungling, taking out this destroyer. And GS just going to go ahead and wait in the stealth pad. Was pinged out by Cal though. Whip Strike goes on to GS, but GS kind of shrugs it off a little bit. Now top relay has unlocked, so we might see a very big fight for these. All the relays have unlocked. And Meteor Drop coming in, slowing down Telekinetic, but right now Crashy just trying to see if he can get a flank, but there's the Parallax onto Kathis, and Cal going to be standing in the Tempest. Meltdown being used, and Mystigen going to go ahead and take Crashy out, but Fatal Uno going to get condemned, but there's the Deny the Black onto Fatal Uno, and Kathis really low. Genre has to use that invulnerability, and now Mystigen going to see if he can go ahead and clean this fight up. So Tura going to focus on to GS instead. 3 for none in favor of Team C. There's the Meteor Drop. Fatal Uno going to pick that up, but Mystigen going to be chasing on to GS, but GS not going to go down. 4 for 1 or 4 for none in favor of Team C right now. And Team C going to go ahead and cap all the relays. So not only was that a 4 for 1, getting all 3 relays is absolutely huge for Team C as well. Getting all of the super drones in both the top and bottom lane. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for BrawL to come back, but they're only down about 1.5k credits right now. So the comeback is still possible, but would definitely like to see better target selection. So in that last fight, I think Telly focused a lot of resources onto Kathis, and Kathis I don't believe went down that fight. So it was really hard for Kathis, Telekinetic to really get a bunch of resets and become that team fighting monster that Sinestro can be. So Doomsday Device going to be up in 10 seconds. Team C already grouping around it. And Mystigen just going to go ahead and go to a turret, pick up the tier 3 Entropy Aegis. And both teams just kind of playing chicken around the Doomsday Device, but Team C in a better position to get the Doomsday Device, actually. There's the wall coming up. There's the consume. And now Cal going to be taking a little bit of damage, but he is tanky, so it's not going to be the end of the world. And down here in this bottom lane, the wave is building really, really huge. And they do see 3 people in the top lane for BrawL, and they're going to go ahead and just take the Doomsday Device. There's the wall separating GS from the rest of the team, but GS is going to go ahead and put a Vortex down. There's the Meteors coming in, and the Doomsday Device not going to be taken by anyone yet. There's a Tempest coming in. Now Genre has to back off. Doomsday Device not going to be taken still. Condemn going on to Fatal Uno, but Mystigen going to block the grab. Kathis going to go ahead and take that Doomsday Device. Fatal Uno going to finish off GS. There's the Deny the Black onto Fatal Uno, but Fatal Uno going to go down. That means GS is back up right now, 2 for 1 in favor of Team C right now, and they do have the Doomsday device available. Probably going to drop it onto this top wave, but Misgen going to go ahead and get grabbed, but able to survive. So while that was all happening, Super Drones in the bottom lane did take out that bottom lane turret. So Telekinetic has to go ahead and use all of his abilities just to clear the wave, but are they going to try and go for the game-ending push right now? They have the wave coming. There's the wall coming in. Knock up onto that drone there, but Mystogen. There's the Speed Force coming in. There's the Doomsday device, and now looks like the power core is offline. However, Cow does go down. So Tura going to use the Batfly to get away, and now Crashy going to get focused. There's the comment on to Crashy, and Crashy going to go down. So Tura, though, however, is in the middle of BrawL, and there's the reset. And now Kathis really low, and there's the 3 for 1 in favor of BrawL. But look at how low their power core is right now. One bad fight, and it looks like Team C could go ahead and take the game. Big wave of super drones in the top lane. They're gonna have to send Telekinetic to go deal with that. But I feel like one more Doomsday device or just one more good team fight from Team C will be able to secure the game in their favor. BrawL, though, you can never really count this team out. They're just so many clutch players like GS on their team, and again, they're doing very well for having 2 subs. Especially since I'm Going Pro is not here, and I'm Going Pro is touted again as one of the best players in Infinite Crisis. So GS gonna go ahead and start capping this top relay. And I believe BrawL is going to get this, and they're going to be able to double cap. But I don't think Team C at this point really cares. They just want to go ahead, group up, see if they can end the game. And the relays are helpful in ending the game, but they feel like I would imagine that they feel like their team fight is strong enough to where they don't need all 3 relays to end the game. So Tura is gonna go ahead and pop the Raider over the wall. Now it looks like Team C is going back to their turret just so they can make some last minute purchases. But Team C not looking like they want to group up for top. Or it looks like they want to group up for top lane. Super drones are coming in. There is a pretty big wave here as well for just regular drones. So it's going to go ahead and clear that. Looks like meanwhile BrawL trying to set up for a pick in that stealth pad. Just waiting in there. Oh, and this turret's really low, so I think Team C just gonna go ahead and give that up. BrawL going to take one of the freest turrets of their lives. Crash is just gonna go ahead and vault in and take that. So right now, Cal going to go back. Arcane Green Lantern Kathis already has gone back as well. Doomsday device up in about 2 minutes. So BrawL going to go ahead and just consume the car, make sure that they have a way to get in into the Doomsday device pit. And Team C has no vision in the Doomsday device pit. So BrawL can go ahead, just go. Clear the waves a little bit. Just wait for that Doomsday device. However, it looks like Team C just gonna go ahead and clear out the bottom wave. Only Mystogen and Kathis are around near the Doomsday device. It is again up in about 1.5 minutes. But I feel like this Doomsday device fight, if it's bad enough for C, could cost them the game. So Vision going to be popped. Cow going to find that cam there. Telekinetic just going to go ahead and wave clear that as Sinestro. But GS right now 4-1-9, and that's not typically a score you see on a controller. Having the second most kills on his team Really, really impressive. And now BrawL, they might be in the stealth pad here, just trying to get a pick. It's like BrawL or Team C might know. GS is going to walk up though. Doesn't know he's on top of the stealth pad. And Team C now knows, hey, they're over here. They might want to go just blitz the Doomsday device. Unfortunately, there's no X-ray vision available, there's no X-ray available for Team C right now. There's Meteor Drop. Condemn goes on to Cal, but Telekinetic just going to get focused down. There's the Tempest coming in. Mischief just going to get focused down. He's going to be the first casualty. Ford very low, but he's eventually going to go down. Sotura going to get the deny the black, and now Sotura going to be focused down. Fatal Uno so low, and now 4 for 1 or 4 for 2 in favor of BrawL right now. And are they going to go ahead and try and cap the relay? They've got 9 seconds. Does take about 10 seconds to cap the relay. And will they be able to get it before the reset? No, they won't. So they're going to go ahead and just go and cap all the relays back. Just make sure that they can get those. But Team C with a disastrous team fight. And the awkward thing is they knew where BrawL was. BrawL was standing right on top of this stealth or security camera, surveillance camera. And Crashy is just going to go ahead and pick up that Doomsday device. Looks like Genre and GS just going to go ahead and cap this top relay over here. And Crashy just going to go ahead and cap the relay. Has the Doomsday device. We'll see where Team C wants to go ahead and, BrawL wants to go ahead and defend or use that Doomsday device. It will auto fire in 1 minute. So they're gonna have to go ahead and be careful, of that auto fire. Let's see, top lane is the lower turret, but all the members of BrawL are over here in the bottom lane. So it tells me that they do want to go ahead and just group bottom, use the Doomsday device on that turret. Now, Team C setting up their own death trap in the stealth pad, but Team BrawL not gonna really care. It's gonna go ahead and get the Raider pings coming out from Team C just to defend their turret over here. We'll see what Team C wants to do. There's the Doomsday device going to be activated. Kaith is going to get condemned, and he's going to eventually go down. There's Crashy going to go down as well, so Turret going to get a lot of damage into that fight. Meltdown being used. Now Fort going to go ahead and get knocked out. Fatal Uno going to get that kill with the Whip Strike. And now Mystigen going to get focused, but Genre is still up. 3v2 right now for Team C. And now Genre trying to lifesteal up a little bit. If Genre taking a bunch of damage, there's the Condemn, but he's going to go down. Now GS going to go down as well, I imagine. And there's GS going down. We'll see if Catwoman, Fatal Uno, and Sotura can end the game. I know that the death timers are really long for Team C, and it looks like Cow is coming in, so they might be able to end the game here. Power core again fairly low. Sotura and Fatal Uno should be able to get enough damage together as long as Team C or Cal can go ahead and tank up the turret from the power core. And there's the invulnerability being used, and yes, that's going to be the game. Fatal Uno and Cal going to be taking that up, so Team C going to be your NA Go4IC Cup number 29 champions. So really impressive play from Team C. They're able to go ahead, close that game out. Really great call at the end. Hey, we've got a tank, we've got 2 damage dealers, we can take down their power core, which is really low. BrawL, though, had some things to work on. Again, they still have 2 subs, so once they reach, or once they get their full 5-man roster, I'm sure, things will look very scary for anyone facing BrawL. However, their team fight execution was a little bit lacking. They didn't have any AoE. They just had ways of catching people out, and single target pick comps against a very mobile comp. You're looking at 4 champions that have some sort of mobility here, and it's very hard to get a good target to pick, especially when Sotura has this Entropy Aegis, and Entropy Aegises are all around. No really good target to try and kind of get a pick onto, especially when you want to start it with Condemn, just because it's hard to get a Condemn onto a team full of Entropy Aegis shields. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And congratulations to Team C. They did take the number 2 spot. They did take the cup. So thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys tune in every Sunday for more Go4IC NA action.